Okay, so some of you may or may not know, I do live out in the country, a winding road. I drive it every single day to work. That's why suspension is such a key point for me on this car. I want to make sure that I have the suspension tight so I can have some fun and make this Roush into a corner carver. And so what my initial reactions are the morning after installing the rear sway bar only on the car is it's a lot tighter, less body roll. The car feels more solid. The steering feels a little bit tighter. It's almost like I have it in sport mode in the steering mode of sport, but I don't. I have it in drive. I have it in normal comfort mode or normal mode on the steering. So I'm impressed with how it feels. The car turns on a dime. It feels really good. It's definitely getting there when it comes to being a tighter, better suspension. So I have no doubts that this sway bar in the rear only would be great as a standalone product. You don't need to install the front as well. The rear sway bar is a great product on its own, and I would have no hesitation to run it by itself. That's one of the reasons why I installed it by itself first, to see how that would be, and then also because I knew I wasn't going to be able to install the front sway bar in one day with the rear sway bar. So I think it's a great product. I would highly recommend it. It's something that's a very, very easy install with jack and jack stands, and it just makes the car feel so much better and tighter. Now, if you remember, I only have it on the center hole, so there's still one more hole I could go to on the sway bar for adjustability. Now, with doing that, you got to be careful that you don't cause oversteer or understeer for the car. If you make the rear end tighter, what you're going to end up having is you're going to end up having oversteer, to where you turn the wheel and the car actually turns more than what you intended. It's a classic case of the rear wheel drive car on a slick surface. The back end is going to want to slide out whenever you turn. So if you go a little tighter on the sway bar, be very, very careful about oversteer, okay? That's when the front sway bar will come in handy. We'll put the front sway bar in and set that to where we want it. We may leave the rear sway bar in that hole. We may end up going tighter on the rear sway bar. Either way, it's a great product. I highly recommend it. 100%. Steeda did a great job once again on their products, and I am super happy with all of my Steeda products that I have on this car.